All right. Welcome back to the channel, you guys. We got Tyra Banks blasting Naomi Campbell for hiding the truth about Diddy. Now, I don't know if you guys knew this, but Naomi Campbell and Diddy was very, very close, like tight brothers and sisters, like for real. I don't know what the issue come in with Tyra Banks and why she wouldn't blast Naomi Campbell for it. But that's why we're here, you guys. That's why we're here. Maybe Tyra is on her anti. Maybe she's trying to show that she's taking up for the ladies, the victims, in the case. But that's why we're here. You know, we're gonna figure out what is between Tyra and Naomi, because I thought they was cool at one point in time. Now all these things about Diddy is coming out, and it's like Tyra and Naomi are not getting along too well. And hell, if Tyra, one thing about Tyra, bro. When she cut you off, bro. I remember a while back when she had a Tyra Banks show. She was talking about an issue one time she had with a friend. She said once she felt like that friend crossed her, there's no coming back with Tyra. So we're gonna figure out what's going on.
He like my brother. He is so protective of me, and I'm the same for him. He is the kindest, the loyal, generous. We always say each other, we love each other.
Is we talking about the same Sean Diddy Combs, Naomi? Maybe you know another one. Hey, yo, you guys, maybe she probably talking about her daddy or something. The senior, but not the one we know, the butt monster. You can't be talking about the same one.
I'm going to see him this weekend. I'm going out west. And I'm so proud of Puff.
You and Puffy are very close.
Very.
Child, what I can tell you for a fact is that Naomi Campbell and Diddy have always been very close, and their relationship has actually been well documented on the internet.
My sister just came from Africa, and she wanted to show off my new figure. This is the mood. Dream catchers. Yeah! My sister Naomi, I love you. Everything you're doing for our people. A true queen. This is our mood right here.
We going to Nigeria, brother?
We going to Nigeria. We going to Kenya, Ivory Coast, Senegal. Yeah!
So when people insist that there's no way Naomi did not know what was going on with Diddy, best believe that they know exactly what they are talking about. But apparently, there's one person who has been saying behind the scenes that she's not surprised that people are calling out Naomi for knowing what Diddy was doing and possibly even participating in his shenanigans. And I'm talking about the one and only rival, Tyra Banks. But what exactly is being said about Naomi? And where does...
See, that's what I'm saying, bro. They taking pictures together. Bro, that was cool. I'm trying to figure out what happened.
Tyra even come in. Okay, before we get into how Naomi has possibly been hiding the truth about Diddy, let's talk about why Tyra Banks would be out here exposing Naomi. Now, we can all agree that both Tyra Banks and Naomi Campbell paved the way for women of color all over the world in the modeling industry. Naomi actually became the first black model to appear on the cover of French Vogue in 1988. And the next year, she was the first black model to be on the front of the September issue of American Vogue. In 1997, she also became the first black woman to open a Prada show. Meanwhile, Tyra was the first black woman on the cover of a Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue in 1996.
Tyra knows she was tough on this picture right here, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. I had to give her flowers on this picture. She was tough.
And that same year, she became the first African-American woman to make the cover of GQ. Tyra also became the first black woman to be on the cover of a Victoria's Secret catalog, and she would later become a Victoria's Secret angel and be the first woman of color to wear the coveted fantasy bra. Other than these, there were also similarities in their careers, like how in 1991, Tyra appeared in Michael Jackson's Black or White music video, while Naomi Campbell was the leading lady in Michael's In the Closet video in 1992. But despite their successes, the assumption has always been that since Tyra joined the industry after Naomi felt threatened by her presence and tried on numerous occasions to sabotage her career. It was actually so bad that in 2005, Tyra invited Naomi on her show, The Tyra Banks Show, to address their rumored beef. And while on the show, Tyra accused Naomi of once saying backstage at a fashion show, "You'll never be me. Don't think you can be me." Tyra also made several more allegations against Naomi, saying saying, you called me the B word and said, we have a photo shoot to do in Anguilla, and it's not going to be pleasant if you're talking about me like that. In response to Tyra's claims, Naomi largely denied the accusations, saying, I'm not someone to go and give myself away and say that to anybody. I've never said that in my life. If that's what you remember, I accept that person. But that doesn't sound like me to people who know me. Let's just say that Tyra Banks went there prepared, and she tabled all the receipts she had about Naomi being mean to her.
And then you said, I have to ask you something. Right. See, I remember this because I was so new and young. You said, I have to ask you something. Do they try to make you look like me?
Right.
What?
And I said, I don't know about so much now, but in LA, yeah, they really did with the little short black whips
that.
and
You
stuff.
told me that, yeah,
yes.
I remember.
And Naomi, you got up, pushed me away and said, yeah, I thought so. And you turned.
I did.
You went from the sweetest woman that was giving me vitamins to someone that terrified me on that trip.
Oh my God.
And
so that's what it was. Job security. She did okay. It probably was the industry egging it on too, because depending on how long Naomi was in the game before Tyra, when Tyra comes, she was new, fresh, and tenderoni, and eager, and she had everything, the looks and all, the personality. So they knew it's just like the music industry, anything else, movies and everything. Whenever one person get their limelight and have their time to shine, the next one is coming up, and the elites, they got their eyes on the next one coming up. So when the next one get to a certain level, and the society accepts them, the main one, like Naomi, she gonna fall off, bro. They're not gonna support her like they used to.
Understandable, I can understand.
I was told on that trip that I was sent home because you don't want me there anymore. So I didn't finish that trip.
True.
That's what I was told.
I don't have the power that I went to.
So during the interview, Naomi apologized to Tyra, and the supermodels hugged it out. At the time, it appeared that they were cool. But then, more than a decade later, Tyra said that she was still scared of Naomi. She also did an interview with the Wall Street Journal where she talked about the feud and remembered how Naomi did everything in her power to make her go away when she started out in the industry. She said, it wasn't a rivalry, and I'm very sensitive to that word because a rivalry is with two equals. To me, one was very dominant. She was a supermodel, and I was just some new girl that got on a plane from Paris and was studying fashions and magazines at a fashion library. I had a very painful early days in Paris. As much as I was booking every single fashion show, people didn't know I was going home at night crying my eyes out because a woman I was looking up to seemed like she just didn't want me to be there and was doing everything in her power to make me go away. Well, I don't think they ever mended that relationship. And when people started calling out Naomi for her close friendship with Diddy, allegedly, Tyra was among those saying that she wouldn't be surprised that Naomi was involved with Diddy's alleged crimes. I mean, given how highly Naomi and Diddy have spoken about each other and how they both say that they are super close, I totally see how people would conclude that Naomi was possibly involved with Diddy's alleged crimes. We are talking about someone who posted a photo with Diddy and captioned it, "You inspire me every day. Your passion and your drive for perfection, your spirit ignites. I love you, brother." There's actually a bunch of photos of Diddy and Naomi together, including several where they are with Cassie, like this photo of Naomi with Diddy and Cassie in Dubai. Naomi.
Whoa. Cassie, Diddy, and Brother Love. Cassie, Diddy, and Brotherly Love. Cassie got on that white? Okay. See, can I see her fingernails? I can't see Naomi's fingernails. I'm pretty sure they're white French tips. And they in Dubai, out of the States. It was a freak off that night. You could bet your light bill money on that shit.
Like this photo of Naomi with Diddy and Cassie in Dubai. Naomi is even the one who threw the lavish birthday party for Diddy back in November 2023, and even captioned a video she posted with Diddy, "Happy 50th, brother. Wishing you another 50. Forever by my side." Now, just a week later is when Cassie launched accusations against Diddy, which led Naomi to scrub many of the photos she took from Diddy's party. But then again, there are already enough photos online to prove their tight bond. There was even speculation speculation that Diddy and Naomi may have dated at some point after they posed for Vogue together. Whether they were an item remained a mystery, but rumors circulated that their romance was nothing more than a charade aimed to spruce up Diddy's image following his split from Jennifer Lopez. Regardless, they remained pretty close over the years, which is why people are saying that Naomi definitely saw what Diddy was doing and possibly even participated in the freak-offs and the other things. You know, somehow there was always something with Naomi, and her name is always brought up when it involves some nefarious activity. Diamonds from a dictator, being a madam to the elite, slapping people, pimping out girls, her name just always comes up. And of course, it doesn't help that Naomi was also mentioned when Epstein was being blasted for similar crimes to Diddy's. The thing is, a lot of people who associated with Epstein were already exposed a while back when a judge in charge found no legal justification for continuing to withhold the names of almost 200 individuals connected with Epstein and ordered the unsealing to begin. Most of the prominent names that appeared in the documents were already associated in some way with Epstein for allegations of wrongdoing, for having worked for Epstein, flown on his planes, or visited his homes. And one of the names that came up a lot was Naomi's. So at first, Naomi was denying any connection to Epstein. But when people put pressure on her, she said that she was introduced to Epstein on her 31st birthday by her ex-boyfriend, Flavio Briatore, and that Epstein was always front and center at Victoria's Secret fashion shows. She said that she had no idea Epstein was using her name to attract young girls interested in modeling. And as he did with many others, he overstated their acquaintanceship. She even said that she deeply regrets having had any contact with Epstein after his conviction, and said that despite rubbing shoulders with Epstein, who she called one of the hundreds of thousands of people that she stood next to take a picture, she said that she was unaware of Epstein's alleged crimes at the time.
This is a direct character assassination. I've always said that I'm not a saint, that I am a work in progress, but I will not be held hostage by my past. What he's done is indefensible. And when I heard of what he'd done, it sickened me to my stomach, just like everybody else, because I've had my fair share of predators, and thank God that I had good people around me that protected me from this. I mean, right now I stand with the victims. I can't, you know, they're scarred for life. For life. I've rubbed shoulders with hundreds of thousands of people.
Well, people said that Naomi was just trying to defend herself because there had been several receipts placing her in very close proximity to whatever was going on. I mean, there have been receipts clearly placing Naomi in private jets that went to the island, meaning chances are pretty high that she saw exactly what was happening. Then one of the girls who was taken to the island even called her out for this, saying, "You saw me at your parties. You saw me in Epstein's homes. You saw me on the plane. You saw me get my haircut. You saw me on the streets. You saw me." So according to many people, she saw exactly what was going on and only defended herself when everything blew up. This is the same thing people have been saying about her connection to Diddy, that there's no way she traveled with this man all over the world, attended his parties, hosted parties for him, called him brother, her inspiration, her protector, and saw nothing. It just doesn't make sense. Allegedly, Tyra Banks has also been asking all these questions about the connection, and sources have been reporting that she's calling for Naomi to be held accountable for her connection to Diddy. I don't know, guys. Do you agree that people need to look more into exactly how Naomi was involved with Diddy? Do you think she's participated in other disgusting things in Hollywood? Should she finally be held accountable? And why is it that she always seems to walk away without any consequences? Honestly, I can't wait to see what you think. So,
Wow. She was at a freak off, bro. You see how she retracted from, at first she was saying that she really wasn't never a part of Epstein parties. And then the lady came back and said, "Oh no, Naomi, you saw me on the plane. You saw me get my haircut. You saw me at those parties." So Naomi had to come back and try to retract her lie. That's crazy. Then she had to say the nerve to say, "I stand with the victims," because she once was a victim herself, but thank God that people was in place to help her. Maybe that is what happened, but anybody can make up a story at any given moment, right? You should have came out first and said that you stand with the victims. And on top of that, not only that, by being shysty with Tyra, And that seemed like something that you would do with Tyra. If you was up under Diddy and you calling Diddy brother, we all know how Diddy is. I'm pretty sure you done talk to Diddy about Tyra. Like, hey, you know, Tyra, this new up and coming model lady, young lady, or whatever case may be. I feel like she's coming for my job. What should I do? I'm pretty sure you did. That's crazy. But everything shall come to pass though. And if you was part of the organization, them federales, they know about you and they coming to get you. I'm just saying.